Okay, so we are, welcome to the public hearing of Monday, August 18th, 2025. I'm going to call this public hearing to order. And I do have a statement to read out, before we start the proceedings. We have three bylaws that we're looking at tonight. Bylaw number 2958, 2959, and 2960. So this public hearing is being convened pursuant to section 464 of the Local Government Act to consider the amendments to zoning bylaw number 2503, 2002. Zoning amendment bylaw number 2958, zoning amendment bylaw number 2959, and zoning amendment bylaw number 2960. If adopted, would change the zoning for the properties at 1584 Diamond Street, 112 Roslyn Avenue, and 710 Spokane Street. From small lot residential zone R3 to small lot residential zone R3A to allow for short-term rental accommodation to be operated on these properties. At this hearing, any person who believes his or her interest is affected by the proposed bylaws shall be given the opportunity to be heard on matters contained in the bylaw. No one should feel discouraged to speak, nor will any person be prevented from making their views known. However, it is important that all who speak at this hearing restrict their remarks to matters contained in the bylaws. It's my responsibility as chair of the meeting to ensure that all remarks are so restricted. Those who wish to speak concerning the proposed bylaws should address council by clearly stating their name and municipality of residence, and thereafter proceed to provide their views concerning the proposed bylaw. Members of council may, if they so wish, ask questions following your presentation. Please note that the main function of council members this evening is to listen to the views of the public. Please remember that it is not the function of council at this hearing to debate the merits of the proposed bylaws with individual citizens or with each other. Regardless of whether you favor or oppose a particular application or agreement, please refrain from applause or other expressions of emotion, as these will not be tolerated. Restraint enables all views to be heard in an impartial forum as possible. So I will remind council that you are prevented by law from hearing any further submissions that proposed bylaw amendment once the public hearing is closed. So thank you for your patience and cooperation as we move through these proceedings of the hearing. So the first bylaw number 2958. I will pass this over to Ms. Butler.
Thank you. Bylaw 2958 is for the rezoning to short-term rental of 1584 Diamond Avenue. And I do believe we have Kara Coots, the property owner, on Zoom. We'll just wait for that. But with that, just a confirmation of the statutory notice requirements. So the notice for the short-term rental was on our city website and in the Trail Times for August 7th and 14th. And how many letters? 22 letters were sent out within the 50-meter circumference of that property. Informing that neighborhood of this proposed zone. And if you'd like me to continue with the identification, we've received no correspondence, emails, or phone calls or anything regarding this proposed bylaw.
Okay, sorry, she's on.
Is she there?
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's for Kara.
Sure. I honestly, I can't see her, but
She's on the back there.
if you wanted to do your presentation. I'm sorry.
Can you hear us, Kara?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I see you now. So go ahead, Kara.
Hi, my name's Kara. My residence is 1584 Diamond Street. So I work remotely in forestry, so I'm gone half the year. So I would just like to be able to rent out my home short term while I'm away to help pay my bills. Um, I have lots of off-street parking. I can fit 3 to 4 vehicles depending on the size of them. And I have a cleaner who is local to Trail, and I also have my handyman's my neighbor down the road, who will help me with anything if any issues arise. So yeah, thank you for considering my application.
Okay, thank you. So I don't know if you heard that we had identified that there was no correspondence received against this bylaw, 2958, just for your reference. So I don't know if council has any questions for staff on this bylaw.
And then call from the public.
Sorry?
Call from the public.
I think there's one. Yeah, I want to speak in all this.
Okay, so go ahead, Ron.
Go up to the hot seat here.
Call for the presentation.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna do a call for the public presentation, and you're here on bylaw 2958?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, obviously I own a house within the 50-meter requirement that's put out in this letter. My name is Ron Joseph. My big concern about this is, parking around the area. She mentioned, on the speaker there that, you know, she consulted and there was lots of parking space. Which is possibly true, considering there may be, like, if she's living there or there's a tenant in there, you'd think there'd be one, possibly 2 cars. There's room for that. I wanna know why her travel trailer is constantly parked, blocking traffic. It's across from my house in 1654 Wilms Lane right now, attached to a large camper van.
Sorry,
So-
Ron, sorry, but this is a separate issue than her parking spaces for this zoning that we're doing.
No, but if she's renting this out, I have nothing sort of against the rental. It's her own sort of application of the parking in the area, which is a gong show. I mean, I don't know how many people are familiar with Diamond Street.
Mhm.
In the winter, it's almost impassable. And it's her own vehicles that are causing the problem, not the rental place. And I requested action from the city and there is none. So, I'm gonna have to say, if her vehicles are gonna be parked elsewhere on the street, interfering with the other residents, or in my case, rental properties, I don't think it's a go. That's just my opinion. The city has some work to do up there, and if they're not gonna do it, I'm against this. She should park her trailer on her property and not in front of other people's houses or on the street where it blocks traffic. So if she's renting it out, obviously her travel trailer has gotta go somewhere. I brought my boat up there where her trailer is parked. One day I wanted to work on my boat, I got a ticket, and one day that thing's been there for 2 weeks. So,
Thank you. Ms. Butler, who says,
It's, your worship, just through to Ron and everyone here tonight. If you have parking issues, that is separate from the public hearing for a short-term rental. If she is parking on the city street, that is a separate issue, so you're welcome to give me a call and we can deal with that.
okay, well,
Okay.
I came here because I called bylaw, I never heard anything back.
You're welcome to give me a call and we can discuss.
All right, okay.
thank you,
Am
Ron.
am I supposed to respond or no to that?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with the bylaw.
Okay,
Thank
'cause
you.
it's not actually my trailer. It's my neighbor's that I just let him park it at my house when I'm not there. So like,
Okay.
but for the record, but yeah, anyway, sorry about
Thank
that.
you. Is there anyone else that wanted to speak on this bylaw? Okay, thank you.
Sorry. And
You have a question?
I have a procedural question, Ms. Butler. Can I inquire, just for background with housing, why she's up for short term as opposed to renting it out? Just for background information for housing and.
Yes, you are welcome to ask those questions.
Okay. Kara, can I Can I ask you the question, why have you opted for renting it as a short-term rental as opposed to renting it as a tenanted, longer-term option?
Just because I'm using the house like half the year, so I am on the Facebook groups, and like if anyone was wanting to rent for that time period, I definitely would be open and like would be willing to. It's just I'm only like I need to be back at my house when my contract is done in November. So like people are looking for long-term rentals aren't just looking for like 6 months, the exact 6 months that I have available. So that's why to me like short term is really the only option that I see that's viable.
Thank you, Kara. It's just, I was looking for background, from a housing kind of and governance background with the issues with short-term rentals and longer term and some of the changes that have been made. So just being able to get a bit of background from people that are wanting them and why. So
Okay.
thank you for that.
No problem.
Okay. Any other questions on bylaw number 2958? No, okay, thank you. So we will move on to bylaw number 2959. And I will pass this over to Ms. Butler.
I'm going to recuse myself.
Sure.
Thank you. Bylaw 2959 is located at 112 Rossland Avenue. And I believe our applicant is Paul DeRochers. Is he present? Thank you. So confirmation of the statutory notice requirements. So again, the notice requirement was posted on our city website and in the Trail Times for August 7th and 14th. And on this property, we sent out 38 letters to the neighborhood, informing them of tonight's public hearing.
Okay. Now it's your turn if you wanna.
Good afternoon, everybody. Paul Roche, owner of 112 Rossland Avenue. We purchased this property 4 years ago. And done quite a bit of work fixing it all up there, exterior wise, especially done some rock work in the front and bunch of decor rock on the house and repainted the whole thing and new roof and furnace and Airbnb up until we weren't allowed. It worked very well for us because my mother is staying at Popular Ridge. I have a sister that has her own 1-bedroom place. And she takes care of my mom and goes and visits. And whenever I come up, I like to stay. Like for instance, tonight I'll be staying at that house. And Airbnb worked good because whenever there was a vacant slot, my wife and I would come up and we have numerous. My mom comes from a family of 13, so yeah, our family is 8. And yeah, so it's getting used a lot that way, and it's worked out really, really well for us. And I brought our closest neighbor with us, Jennifer. She lives literally hand touching distance away. There's an alley going up to my neighbor's place up above, so there's no house right there. And then the only other houses are immediately across the street. And we also have parking for 2 vehicles. I can't think about anything else, I think, about it.
Okay, great, thank you. I don't know if council has any questions,
Was there any thing that came back like that
Your
last week?
worship,
any?
yes, we had
correspondence?
absolutely no correspondence again on this proposal.
Okay, great.
Just for clarity, I believe you see a vehicle parking for 2, and that's
Yeah.
off-street parking?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you so much for being here. So we want to get Taya?
Public presentation.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Don't get Taya, thank you. Anyway,
No, not yet, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep, sorry.
so, the public, presentation for bylaw number 2959.
Anybody in the gallery have any questions on bylaw 2959?
Okay, thank you. So we will move on to the.
Now we can get her.
Yeah, now you can grab her. On to the bylaw number 2960. The confirmation of statutory notice requirements by the number 2960.
Sorry, again, this bylaw was advertised on the city's website and in the Trail Times of August 7th and 14th. And we sent out 41 letters to the neighborhood informing them of this public hearing.
Okay, so is there someone here that wants to speak on that 2960?
This is 7.
This applicants are Brent and Rita McLeod. Step on up.
Hi.
Second time today, different outfit.
I know, I was wondering if did I see her today already?
Yeah.
Okay, go
Going
ahead.
on it, you're good?
All city.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much. So I was looking at my notes here. Brett and I live in Roslyn, but we're longtime Lower Columbia people. And I totally believe in trail and what we've got here. And I think that the ability to do things like short-term rent, long-term rent, move from Roslyn down to trail maybe in a few years are all like really good options. And so we bought the adorable little house just a couple of houses up on the left there. And would very much like to short-term rent it. So Brett retired and he wants to get into that work to be able to do that. And I think for us, one of the things that we've really seen is an opportunity to kind of bring people to stay in the downtown core for sports, for work, for travel. We have a long-term rental in Roslyn and there's huge demand up there, but I think there's the ability to kind of have people come to trail, stay in trail, do tours here, shop here, experience the downtown. So just having the walkability of that place and being able to offer that as an option for the community is something that we see the need for. And we've heard from people we know that are coming here for kids sports and for work, that there's a shortage of places to stay. And so, yeah, we're very much interested in that. There's parking for 2 vehicles off street, which is really awesome in this area to be able to have that.
Mhm.
And I don't really think I have anything else to add, so that's our intention, that's what we hope to do.
Okay, great. So did you report how many letters we got back or?
We have had no letters in
No
response.
response. Thank you. Is there anyone that wants to speak from the public about this bylaw number 2960? No? Okay, thank you. Does council have any questions? Okay, great. Okay, so I will close off the public hearing and we'll move on to the regular council meeting. Call 3 times. Sorry, I need to call that 3 times. So close of the public hearing for the first time. Closing of the public hearing for the second time. And closing of the public hearing for the third time. And for the last time, this will be the closing of the public hearing. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.